not sure how much I like this. I think that lane matchup is really good for Tiny. It should just, on paper, be very easy for Tiny to deal with the Alchemist.
But Chalice as well as X-Nova, not healthy enough to dive Arteezy underneath the tower. They're not that strong just yet.
Sumail will get through. Oh, this is bad news for Somnus.
Actually, he can do a lot of damage here. Sumail got the bottle charges as well. So if he can wait a little longer, 4 seconds, and with the extra movement speed underneath the tower, there should be first blood going the way of Sumail.
Super important for Sumail there to have both spells ready. He needed that perfect chaining of Avalanche into Toss to get the range and get the rune that maybe really wanted to steal away from him, but didn't manage, and this is a huge advantage in the beginning for the Tiny in the mid lane. Full level advantage.
Chalice ran back into this. Like, they think he has enough, but no, he does not. Fly. One more Frost Blast available. They're trying to battle to get the Weaver Bug off the back of Arteezy and have his armor returned to him. X-Nova, Magic Missile, he has 9 stick charges and he's going to commit it with the Wave of Terror. X-Nova gets the rebuttal kill onto the core.
That's so much gold. Oh, Fly's in trouble too. If that stun comes off, yeah, he's dead.
Oh yeah, it's coming off. Underneath the tower, now the TP comes in from Sumail. And Chalice, he doesn't have Swarm back just again. Not yet. But Chalice is staying underneath the tower. Lich will begin his TP over.
Oh, they're trying to dive him though.
Oh,
this would be a really big kill if they find Ame. Yep, they see him.
And there's your shards, locks him in. Crit needs more vision. Actually needs a mana. He can't snowball in just yet. Ame attacking up to S4 reveals his position, but FY has returned to the lane. He doesn't have any consumables, he doesn't have a salve, so Crit just a one punch. Doesn't even require the Walrus punch. Doesn't lose his life, snowballs up to the creep in the lane, and then away to safety. Hook! Latch him and pull him back in again. That escape from FY, not available anymore.
Very nice hook. He got all the gold because his Clanks was dead. So good for him.
Oh, Sumail, double damage rune running in towards the mid after Somnus. He's got the Avalanche, needs to toss him back. Oh no, just throw him up. It's just going to be enough damage to finish the job with the tree toss. It's going to miss. Somnus jukes down. And Sumail, he's bottling. He's trying to stay close. Toss is coming back off cooldown. If he can get the vision, he can go for it. Meanwhile, up on top is Fly being chased down by X-Nova. Sumail, how much are you going to commit for this? Underneath the tower, one more hit. He needs a creep, and he got it. He'll kill off Somnus. The damage from the tower will be enough to kill Sumail in return. But a kill is a kill, and he goes the whole way.
That is one of the most ridiculous dives I think I've seen in a long time. If there was one TP from anyone on the Radiant side, they could have just got that Sumail kill from that overextension.
They're going again over onto Ame. S4, the rot from FY is actually causing a couple problems with the level 2. He's got a hook available, and that's heavy damage into S4. Crit wants to keep the chase going, but FY body blocks it so Ame can turn around, get the Searing Arrows into the Tuskar, and revenges LGDs, even though EG were the instigators.
This Pudge is going to be a problem, I think. So that's one way to do it, but, well, looks like Sumail's going hunting again. Nope, Somnus doesn't have any of that. He's going to port back to base.
He has a haste rune and he managed to deward the Observer Ward. That's why he wants to go in deep. Bottom lane, yeah, that snowball coming in. Waiting for FY, who's waiting for the perfect hook. It goes a long way down, but he'll pull S4 up and supports arrive. Chalice does his TP and FY already up to level 6, able to get the Dismember, which gives you all the control you require to kill off both of EG, but rotation of Weaver comes down. There will be a little bit of a hit back, but Chemical Ray just got some time, but there's no acid spray.
Sumail can't kill Alchemist during his ultimate. There is no way.
He's killing the tier 1 tower in mid lane because of how he's playing this.
Yep.
So they fortify it up, but Fly and Crit, they do their own rotation. Shards fly forward, Somnus is trapped, has no way to get back out of it. Sumail will cut a tree for him by picking it up, but that's just more damage in for Evil Geniuses. Tossing up Somnus, so he'll fall, and a huge swarm. X-Nova, everyone's coming. FY with a pullback into Dismember onto Arteezy. He wanted to haunt in and find a kill, but all he found was his own death. Chalice can chase down Crit, and he cannot get the block off. Chalice is just way too quick. Even an extra body block for him. Shikuchi off cooldown, and he'll run through and then destroy this Tuskar. Wait for it. Up towards the creeps. Crit. He doesn't have a... Okay, yeah. You're dead. Dead.
I really like how LGD are playing this game. Just, they know what EG's mentality is going to be.
Sumail might be a little annoyed as well. The TP from Fly came in just a little too early, so he never got full bottle charges out from Fly, so he's going to come into this engagement with Half-Life, but Half-Life may be enough, especially when you got 3 players ready to fight. Ame caught in the corner, Avalanche and Toss, both from Sumail, throwing S4 into the mix, and Ame will go down.
He was the one hero who's been getting a lot of space from everything that's happened. He hasn't been involved yet, but S4 waited until the hook was flying out, activated phase, and just ran down really quickly, and the hook did not connect.
We have a blink reveal, but also X-Nova. He starts the TP out. Avalanche toss. It looks like they didn't check the inventory. Chalice will get nuked. The Observer Ward saw both of them coming. He had time to react.
It's a really great item against Alchemist, but at the same time, it has a very short timing window because Alchemist gets so rich, he can very quickly, compared to other heroes like Necrophos, he can very quickly counter-itemize by just buying Lotus or Manta.
Blink, Avalanche toss, X-Nova gets a swap off, so Somnus will be saved.
For now.
For now, RTZ just haunts over. He's underneath the shrine, so extra regeneration for Somnus, but he does not have the chemical rage, and he doesn't have the friends. Clinks is moving over, so is the Pudge, and that's when they look for a little bit of a rebuttal, and Samael is the primary target. Dismember, pull him in. They have no stuns when he's in that, and the Avalanche toss, it does some decent damage, and thanks to the dust, Crit gets the reveal into Arme. They snowball forward, and they will get the kill into Clinks, but FY still with the search. No, it won't be enough. Crit has a triple kill. You want the money. All of it's coming into the man who's building the huge item, which is the Spirit Vessel. As long as he can live, he'll be very happy with his feast here. And S4 is the intimidation factor. The level 8 Enchantress with the Dragon Lance. No one really wants to fight this. Got 1, 2 for Arme, and
3 for Arme, right?
Yeah, 3 for Arme. Yep. 3 for Arme.
So a slight win there.
Yeah.
Arme, while beating the Centaur, should have enough health to stay alive for now against Samael.
Oh, Crit,
right straight into them,
see him so quickly. Obviously they didn't know about that Observed Ward on the hillside. Now they will.
But
all the information they needed. Spirit Vessel 3 charges are available, but it's only S4 and Crit. They know they're outnumbered and more deboarding to happen. But they still have this Obs on top lane. Like, Somnus is farming underneath it, practically in the tower. He'll get a double concoction off, but Fly already got the kill, committed Chain Frost.
I think X-Nova just pinked the ward again.
It's just like, guys, can we please?
Pretty much. Enchantress is going to solo kill Alchemist from full HP.
Yep.
So they got to be really careful. I think S4 has shown in the top lane now, though, so if they've pinged it out, they would know that there is a pike. This is a really important item for them to pay attention to.
He came for the bounty rune. He's going to try and outrun them. He used the shots to try and block him off. He'll go for the second bounty rune as well. He'll need to dodge the hook and then dismember. That's a kill.
He got, how many runes did he get? Only one of them?
He got both of the bounties.
That's worth it. I think it's worth dying for.
But he gave another level of Flesh Heap over to the Pudge. And now Avalanche Toss. Buyback comes in from Crit. Spectral Horn into the back lines. The Blade Mail's turned on. And LGD! They're killing themselves! Crit tries to come in and capitalize on X-Nova. He's so low in life now. S4. Oh, someone? Okay, yeah. Now they're going to kill him off. 3 heroes lost. FY's TP will be able to complete as the VS illusions kind of caused more problems. Okay, well, I don't know if that's... Yeah.
There's no mana. He has to go back to refill.
Yeah, he's trying to hold the push. Well, the rest of EG would love to just force into that bottom tower. And Samael's on the hunt once more. They're looking towards the Clinks in the mid. He's farming up. Avalanche toss. X-Nova's there for the swap, but it comes way too late. In fact, it never even came at all.
It's hard to cast swap on a toss target. It's part of the strength of Tiny, actually, is how hard it is to save the heroes he goes on.
Oh, S4. Well, there's your first swap, and they toss in the Tusker right into a Walrus Punch. Try and throw out the shards to catch out FY. EG never happy with just 1 kill, and here comes your snowball forward. Crit, no shards available just yet. Charles is in the neighborhood, but he has no swarm available. FY, he knows he's dead. Tries to rob through it, won't be able to deny himself. And LGD, the snowball of death.
Somnus. Whoa, he's really far up. He has cooldown and TP for 30 seconds.
Okay.
He's going to need to juke away in the tree line here, or hope that EG thinks he's just going to TP out, because this is a long time. They're giving him information mid, though. They're showing all their heroes on that mid wave. So.
And he's coming in for Concoction. He's going after RTZ, and RTZ... Oh, wait, what? He missed the target. He didn't get the toss off. RTZ went into the trees, and now with the TP up from Crit, they're able to capitalize. Concoction's burning again, but he does not have time to get it off. Permanently stunned. And EG rotated. They showed everyone in mid, but they ended up having 4 on top.
Yep.
That's the problem. Like, he's not the instigator.
FY?
Yeah, he's feeling something. They're going to walk over and finally get rid of that Observe Ward that Scriff was highlighting previously. I think X-Nova's a little bit worried about going for it. There's your hook, pulling back Samael, and they just flip him, toss him, everything. FY is just a pancake. And they're looking for a little bit more. RTZ into the back lines. They've got extra help, and Somnus isolated.
What?
He cannot fight back without killing himself.
That looked like full-on miscommunication. Like, there was absolutely nothing to do there for Somnus.
Look at that. Gold from kills, 4.85 to the 8.8. It's just being a lot more efficient, and like it's 25 to 17 kills. The amount of kills are not that high. It's just better ones coming in for Evil Geniuses.
What they're going to go for instead is they'll probably just sacrifice their Vengeful Spirit to try to get Somnus his item.
Yeah, and Somnus actually needs to TP out practically in 3 seconds or he's dead. In fact, make that 1 second. Right now, he needs to go. Too late. Here comes your snowball forward. If he even TPs, it won't achieve anything. He just throws out the concoction, but already dead. Board the Mithril Hammer, so there's no buyback. He is dead for 45 seconds. And Arme just quickly runs away. How do they, where's the detection? Like, there's no gem on the Tuskar.
He just got a dust. He blink dusted. Didn't catch him though.
Oh, FY finds his target. Goes in after Fly, but then support's going to arrive from both sides. Arme dusted up. FY with the hook, able to get the kill over onto Fly, but really, is this cost worth it? He had the Blade Mail. He wants to get a little bit more damage because he's making space. Like, it's with their deaths. They're trying to make space for both Charles as well as Somnus to come back in this game.
Kind of bait them into overextending into your base and getting some key kills under Acid Spray.
So you're doing like a defensive swap. You actually want them to be aggressive and actually swap EG into a bad spot.
I would like to see them swap EG into their base because I think the defensive swaps are not going to cut it anymore. If EG starts pushing, you got to find that key kill.
Clinks, he's underneath that sentry ward, tries to open up after Fly once again. The hook pulls him back, and the swap. Arme barely survives that. Impetus did so much damage because of the drag back. So VS will die, but Arme, he was ticking down to the Spirit Vessel, still affected by dust for half a second. Now it will wear off, gets more life. Secondary does crit, taunts him, and then punches him. Style points. Blinks over, goes inside the Shadow Blade, so he'll get fresh bottle charges. And Chalice looks for his own targets. 3 heroes around the front of Roshan, then runs away. There's just so much vision for EG. They have the Observer and Sentry up, so there it is. Reality Rift in. X-Nova becomes target number 1. Burns down to the Radiant, and there's just no way for LGD to fight. Chalice at least gets his BKB off, plus the Timeless, but that doesn't matter. Arteezy hits like a truck. 3 heroes down for LGD. Alchemist never even involved. He's sitting back at his racks, wondering, why are we outside the base dying? Nothing can stop this from LGD. The only thing that stops the third one is the fact that Tier 2 tower is still alive on the top lane.
The thing EG has done such an exceptional job at this game is identifying what the condition is for LGD to take a fight. Like, you can't really counter this lineup more than this. They shut down the Invis heroes, they shut down the Alchemist. That's it. That's what you're gonna do, and they've done a really, really good job this game.
And right now, LGD are trying to make the play for the Melk Award. The run's coming out. FY looking for a good hook line. Arteezy is revealed. They swap him back down again into the hook and dismember. Hold him in. Crit comes in for a snowball save. Yep, he'll pick him up and drag it back out again over towards Arme, who thought he was safe, sitting on the sidelines, but it doesn't happen when Crit's there, holding onto the gem. They see all. They win all. EG take game number 1 against LGD. And they hold their number 1 position in this group, even though there's still one more game to play in this series.
And this last pick, Alchemist, just fell flat, really.
Yeah.
They needed too much time. I could definitely see this hero working in this game.
This actually is the first game
Sand King, the whole tournament.
He is unplayed. The amount of heroes that have been picked is unbelievably high.
Yeah, it happens in so many of the games that both teams play some mid ward, and you just wonder when do we start seeing the minute 0 sentry wards come out in mid, to just even before the waves meet.
Does Fly run over for the other? Like, Charles can level Burrow Strike and get the stun timing right. He'll be able to get the stun over onto S4 with Bramble. Fly was still able to get the bounty rune, but it's first blood onto the Weaver. So Evil Geniuses, is it going to be worth it? He's actually running down X-Nova. Under the tower's a little bit more difficult. Even though we got 4 of the swipes on, they are level 1s. Burrow Strike on bottom, heavy damage. After the Weaver, once again they get the pop. Fly can't do enough to stop it. Ended up having to soul rip aggressively into Chalice. And
he's
actually,
dead too.
yeah, Burrow Strike.
Mango.
There's Mango into Burrow Strike inside the tree line. And then from the realm, FY...
Oh, wait a second.
Where'd the damage go? You've got support arriving from S4. Fly's still alive. He had 1200 HP. FY will be able to get the kill in return.
FY, that's not FY. That was X-Nova on the picture, but sometimes that happens.
While Somnus, he's feeling a little bit more intimidated to the double damage of Sumail.
The really good thing that LGD have got going for them bottom that they've taken advantage of is how easy of a setup the Sanking Stun is for Brambles and how much damage the Brambles deal.
Oh, S4, great run around, using that extra movement speed of Shikuchi to find Chalice, and he gets him around, had the vision past the tree to attack into the SK. Like Dark, FY TP'd into the tree line, probably hoping that Arteezy would commit, but they're salving up before they'll give that a crack. Oh, they see Spec. Observer and Sentry is down, so Crit, Curse Crown, Spectral Dagger, slow him up. Splinter Blast available, Arteezy has to walk away. The Bramble, instant hit onto the Pugner, he starts his TP. They need the damage piece to crepify it up. Never able to connect from Dark Willow.
They have 2 stuns in their lineup, and, well, technically Terrorize as well, I guess you could say. And only one is available.
Through the trees! Arteezy's trying to cut his way through. The Curse Crowns on him, they're trying to isolate, but Ame cannot take another hit. 6 points. Well, 6 stacks of the Fury Swipes. Now it's FY. He's got no abilities left. The slow on Arteezy will wear off. 2 seconds till Spectral Dagger, and that may not be enough. He's still got 6 charges, so 1 hit was all it was going to take from Arteezy. FY stands his ground, but Arteezy, he's a bear, he's a beast, he's a man.
Damn. They set him up for that real hard.
And he's even just letting it sit there. Somnus never ran for it. Creeps in the lane are obviously worth more than the 10-minute bounties to him. But he may want his life. That's an Invis rune. Tiny walks, point blank range, avalanche toss, throws it back into Fly, and with the Decrepify Blast, it got the Invis reveal on him thanks to Dust. EG come armed to the teeth. They claim their bounty. Like there's no counter to this team fighting at all from LGD. They don't have the damage output from a Clinks. Dark Will is kind of your only one to do it. Maybe with the Burst Strike in from Charles. FY, they just have to heavy man it up, and they will be killing off Sumail. Spectral Haunt.
I think they really want a Spectre to get that kill.
They're trying to chase for another one. They're going up after Fly now. Charles, with the boots, he has the movement speed only because the Spectral Dagger was slowing him up, but Arteezy comes in, Tombstones drop a double Burrow Strike, but now Terrorize gets them to run away. Epicenter from Chalice will slow them during the run, and FY looking for that extra damage, but he's getting drained out by Crit. This is their carry. This is the man who's going to the Shadow Realm right now. He cannot do so. No powers of Yu-Gi-Oh! Belong to him, and hey, this looks like a rinse and repeat. X-Nova, 8 Fury Swipe stacks for Arteezy to get that kill, and he'll come over for another one. SK to the neighborhood, but maybe not that much. Somnus does a hell of a lot of damage with these searing arrows, and he sows up just in case, combining with the stick charges, and with the Clinks, who's dusted up, they can see where he moves. Fly tries to help, he's got some stick charges, but Somnus tries to juke it on the high ground, up then down. Sumail makes his movement over with the Blink Dagger, but he's too far away, and the Invis detection is now gone.
As far as like, oh, there's a fight, that's great. He's just almost got a full tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
Fly.
Oh, it's something. But the top 4 net worths are on EG 12 minutes in. If ever, then at least not for quite a while. It doesn't come to mind as a classic combo. It's pretty smart though. These all the zombies take 2 hits each, so you just let them stack up a little bit and then straight into the fight. You just got the Aegis more. Nice Terrorize. Pugner's gonna fall, and FY just goes in deep. Sumail will fall too. Arteezy wants to fight. Remember, he doesn't have Blink Dagger. This happened so early on that the Blink Dagger is coming, but it's coming on the Courier. That's something. That's something. This game is still within the realm of possibility, but EG need to drop the ball big time, take 1 or 2 bad fights, and then if Spectre comes back, they'll be fine. But
they have their opportunity on bottom. They have Dust available as well. S4's going to reveal himself into a Terrorize, so no time lapse available, but with the Spectral Haunt, they ensure the kill. Fly was in the neighborhood. Ame's trying to run over there, so they focus the Tombstone to begin with. But while this is going on, Crit's taking the top tier 2 tower. So no matter how much LGD commit to getting something on this map, there's always the trade-off from EG.
It costs. But it's still a big kill to get that Weaver. Who got the last hit on it?
Goodbye, X-Nova. Oh, he gets a curse.
Yep, goodbye indeed. It's just going to fly away. Good call.
I don't know if he can. Crit dies in the meantime. Nice searing arrows from Somnus, finding Fly, and he really just lays into him. The Dark Willow dies up on the top lane. Samael once again strikes. Haystroom, Blink Dagger.
The Winter's Curse, and they have the Terrorize that can possibly set him up for great epis, so it is doable.
Where are you off to, Crit?
But
actually coming in through the bottom, but Somnus has the information with the Observer Ward. That's why they're trying to run over and try and kill off Samael, but Somnus, he can just go after Fly. That's the easier pick off. Terrorize, well off target. Samael's already running away. No, it's actually on target.
Now he's running the other way for 1 second.
Back onto the Sentry Ward. They saw S4 arrive. And they need to move further up, but this is the vision around EG. They have the Observer and Sentry up. Here comes Sand King. Blink Dagger is intact. Time-lapse already being used by the Weaver, and he actually has information onto Chalice. Now, no one's there to cop the epicenter. Finally gets one pulse and a Burrow Strike into Ursa, but it's an enraged Ursa, and he's running out of teammates to do the damage. Sand King, yeah, he knows. He's in range, barely. And goodbye. 3 heroes down without buyback, probably about to be 4. In fact, it is. S4 gets the chase down onto FY. And the one man who's still alive with 2.9k gold has a decision to make.
Yeah, but they haven't managed to kill Ami more than once this game, and that's kind of the saving grace for LGD right now, is that the Spectre, it feels like they have something to hold on to. If he does get there, it will be big. Arteezy gets the bash.
He's looking for it.
And Terrorize.
He moves up, he turns around, and Enrage is going to wear off, and they just rip him apart. Hey, Somnus got the kill. It wasn't FY, but S4's taking tier 3 tower bottom lane. And already back at Roshan. Arteezy and Fly doing what they do good. Back in again, and boom. Goodbye, Roshan. Cheese for S4.
Yep.
Aegis for Arteezy. They have a BKB onto Arteezy.
That is a very big item this game.
He looks totally unstoppable if he jumps, and you even got a Dagon level 1 on the Pugner. They're just going to nuke everything down, and a double damage on a Tiny. Sure, why not? Everything, including the kitchen sink and the jump forward. He goes for it. There's that BKB, and deleting FY from the game. You'll have to buy back, but that's that 10-second BKB. Wears off in 1. Fortification keeping their racks alive. The double damage from Samael, so there's another 10 seconds left. And now FY terrorizes. Get the hell out of my home is what he's trying to say. Chalice is waiting. Blinks in. Burrow Strike catches out on 2. Needs to back off once again. He didn't bring in the epicenter and fly in so deep. They'll get rid of both the Tombstone plus the Undying. LGD's racks is alive, but S4 back in again underneath the Sentry Ward. They'll take the range and they'll look for the melee. Good Burrow Strike. S4, he's got cheese. He'll use that first. Not the time lapse, and just Shakuchi's through Chalice to find the kill. Double kill for Somnus. So there was the revenge before the time lapse was used. And he sees Fly. He reacted a little bit slower to it, so Fly can come underneath the tier 1 tower for safety. But it's a little bit more blind on the map for Evil Geniuses. Their wards starting to time out. They actually don't, in fact, if I see correctly, they don't have a single Observer Ward on the field. Just a couple of sentries, but at least they can see where Chalice is. The curse is there. Tiny will do almost no damage to Arteezy. So a curse being wasted, and no follow-up because they already put the Lincoln Sphere onto the Ursa. As the melee racks in the mid, Klinks is just cutting
First
through.
tower of the game!
Doing it in Klink style, back behind the creep wave. No backdoor protection for tier 1 towers available. And they even have the fortification to slow it down, and FY, nuked, gone, deleted.
Key kill again. Finding FY like they have with Arteezy and Samael in these situations really opens up the fight a lot.
Yep. Somnus really wants to go. There's your Burrow Strike. Lincoln Sphere triggers instantly, and Arteezy capitalizes. Somnus, he's protected by the Cold Embrace, but they're draining out the magical damage. The protection does not last. The melee racks is gone now, and they're rotating towards the top, e.g. the slow march to a 2-0 victory over LGD.
Well, gonna be some good damage coming in from the Nether Blast. It gets pinged out, so they do know that crit is here, and defense needs to come in quickly. This is going.
It's arriving for FY. They need to clean up the mid lane. The mid lane creeps allowed them to just work it out, and there's your jump in. Wyvern has to instantly buy back. The Curse Crown is on Arteezy, so he'll be stunned off as his enrage wears off. Chalice, the Terrorize, trying to force Arteezy to run back in. They put the Lincoln Sphere on him as well as the life from crit. So also stay in the world. The tower has 12 HP, but Arteezy focuses on the kill. Then the tower. So Spectre is down, buyback. Now you go into the Spectral Horn in the back lines. The Pugner is so low, the Radiance Burn was able to find the kill there. Crit sacrificed all of his life to give more Samael. S4. They walk. Nice, quick Shadow Realm. Somnus was giving extra information, then the Bramble. They look over towards Fly with the dust as well. Nowhere to really hide in this. And Fly, well, they give him the Lincoln Sphere. They try and protect it, but the Curse Crown, it does not block it. So they'll kill off the Death Tombstone. take the 2 hero kills, and Roshan opens up. Your tier 4 towers are taking damage, but right now you can't let him have Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher Orb, and Somnus has the double damage rune. Swarm will come in. EG need to be able to contest this epicenter. Chalice, I'm waiting for it. The Burrow Strike comes forward, but then the curse. It's only Weaver beating into an enraged Ursa, and Samel hits the backlines onto Somnus. LGD, I thought for a moment they had it, but I thought wrong. LGD, they actually get a couple of kills. I don't think wrong. FY in through the rear. And Armay strong enough to stand his ground and fight. Maybe not for much longer. S4 still alive. Crit just Dagons him. Remember me? I'm part of this game too. Four heroes down for LGD. Somnus is still dreaming. He needs 600 gold to get 500 gold to get his scythe.
91. Alright, sorry, 99. 91? They lost 10% chance of getting...
Well, there they go.
Oh.
He can sell off his scythe. Oh, he can kill Fly. He can kill Fly.
Not anymore.
Yeah, okay, not anymore. He's coming way too close towards S4.
Yeah, that hurts.
Hex is up. Now's the time.
I got Hex, guys.
The dream is a reality.
Oh, they got buyback on the Willow.
S4's underneath the sentry ward. And the Observer, they have good information. They do not have Epicenter. And they almost didn't have Arme. Blink forward from Arteezy. Looking for his target. Jump into the back lines. And there's Clanks. And the damage. They still don't kill off the Pugner. El Sol ripping back up. Somnus is on the run. The Terrorize. He'll buy a little bit of space. But Tiny, actually the Cursed Crown. Somnus is able to outrun this. Chalice, of course, did die for the cause. Undying. Oh, Arteezy, stop hitting him. Too late. X-Nova lets the Splinter Blast go, so Undying will buy back to be part of this fight once more. Samale did actually go down to FY, but the throne is under attack. Somnus, you can't sit. He's trying to get the Death Pact so he can come back out and try, or come back in and try and fight. They're trying to get rid of the Nether Ward too. Arteezy, Curse Crown's on him. Somnus. All right. Well, he finds another target. That's the dieback of Undying. He won't get back into this engagement. There's so much time is wasted. The game is done. They're delaying the inevitable. GG, well played. A 2-0 victory for Evil Geniuses, and that is the dream run for them in this group stage. They now go 9-1 for Group A, and they push them down even harder.
They look like they have a lot of good solutions and a lot of good ideas, and just know how to play lanes. And I would say, out of the games we've cast together, I think this game is almost the perfect example